Hey everybody, thanks so much for tuning in to check out my relocation video for a Dolichovespula Arenaria nest, which is an aerial nest building yellow jacket. So I removed this from a customer's house. It was about 50 minutes away, about an hour away to another location. So here is the video.
Hey everybody, so I got a customer here that has a Dolichovespula Arenaria nest that I'm going to be relocating for them. And so we'll be getting some shots of me getting it bagged and getting it in my bin so I could take it to the woods and have it relocated. And then we will be vacuuming up some of the rest of the foragers and get them out of here so that way they don't sting anybody. They have kind of a business here. They don't want to get anybody stung. So we'll catch you here in a little bit.
So I just want to get some close-up shots of these types of yellow jackets, which there are a lot in this colony. And you see them here, they're actually fanning the entranceway to the nest. So it was kind of warm that the day that I removed this. And so these adults here are fanning, just trying to get air moving into the nest to keep it kind of cool. They are sensitive to temperature increases, and whenever that temperature starts to go up a little bit, you'll see adults come out and start fanning the entranceway. This was actually in an evergreen bush, which they do get pretty warm just because there's a lot of surface area for that to track the sun and whatnot. So this was, as you can see, it's out in the middle of the sun. So I decided to use my cloth bag to scoop it up, and I didn't realize that the bottom part of the bag was not quite over the bottom of the nest. And you see right here, when I back away, I grab my snippers to try to snip the branch off. And one lands on my right shoulder, and right there I got stung. It didn't feel too good. Plus your heart's pumping at that point, and you're trying to get everything just so you don't lose a lot of the workers. And right now you're seeing probably about maybe 200 or so workers flying around. Still not the majority of the nest though. I mean, a lot of the nest is still, or a lot of the colony, I mean, a lot of the workers are still inside the colony, or in the nest, I mean. So I decided to speed this up a little bit, but just so you can get an idea of how much there were. So I was able to just kind of sit that nozzle right where the opening to the nest was. So even though they don't see the nest, they still have that internal compass where they're going to be flying right back to where the entranceway was, where they know it to be. And since my hose kind of has that, looks like a black hole to them, they kind of fly right into it. So you see the numbers are already significantly lower than what they were when I first took the nest out of the tree. So I stood here for about 40 minutes or so. And now I just kind of have it sitting inside the bush a little bit more and just getting the rest of the workers.
Sorry, this nest isn't for you. It's getting relocated. Sorry. I'll have something else for you later.
So we got the nest back to the woods where I was going to be putting it for relocation. And since this one had a branch on it, it was going to be pretty easy to just attach it to this ironwood tree and get it up off the ground, kind of the same height as to what it was from where I had pulled it from. And I even tried to get it in the same cardinal direction as the other one, the way it was facing. Since it's kind of an experiment, since I know that they're pretty sensitive to direction, I figured it'd be a good idea to try to have the opening to the nest the same direction, facing the same direction as it was when it was first built. So they were pretty docile when I brought them home, or not home, but brought them to their new home, and you hear them hitting the camera, but there were still quite a few inside, and I kind of thought maybe there were a lot of them were in the bag that I just pulled it out of. And then I started drilling the screw into the tree, and then they started coming out pretty good. So they were just inside, just kind of staying pretty chill, since they had calmed down quite a bit. Just trying to find a good place to put this. This branch is only about maybe half an inch thick, and the screw that I'm using is, I didn't want to just force it on there and have it split and not be able to hold the nest up. So just wanted to kind of be gentle about it. And I didn't bring any drill bits with me to pre-drill it, so I just had to be really gentle about putting that screw in. So just to reiterate for people who may not really know or haven't seen a lot of my other videos, this is a Dolichovespula Arenaria nest, which is a type of aerial nest building yellowjacket in the same species group as bald-faced hornets. They're a Dolichovespula, and so they're both bald-faced hornets, and these yellowjackets are both yellowjackets. Neither one of them are hornets, even though the common theory is that a conical nest like this makes them a hornet, but that's not actually true. And a lot of hornets that I know don't even make this type of conical nest. So, as a matter of fact, there aren't any hornets in the United States besides the European hornet, Vespa crabro, which doesn't make these kind of nests. They make nests inside of cavities, which they don't have this conical paper layering. So right now I'm just kind of trying to shake the bag that has some of the adults still inside of it, and just shaking it next to the nest, so that way when they leave and they start flying around, they'll immediately be reintroduced to the nest. I know I kind of blocked the shots quite a bit here with the bin and with the bag, but just trying to get them to fly out of the bin and fly out of the bag and to the nest. It worked pretty well too, because they flew around me for a bit. They were attacking me. They were attacking the camera on the stand, which the camera's like 3 feet behind me. But they eventually went right back to the nest. And even these adults here were pretty docile. So just trying to give one more screw into this branch, and actually it was right underneath the branch, to just kind of give it a little extra support. It looked like it was in a pretty good position, and maybe a little bit lopsided just because of how I had to hang it on this branch, but it's up high enough off the ground, so nothing's really going to attack it or get to it. I had to mess quite a bit with the brightness and contrast with this particular shot. It was in the woods, and it was kind of getting close to sunset, and so some of it might look a little bit grainy, but it's just because I had to do a lot of post editing. It's just a really nice nest, just a hair smaller than a basketball. And the nest didn't sustain any damage with the removal, which is good. Just a little bit of, just a little bit scrunched up, but other than that, it'll be good.
All right, so as you can see, this is actually the same location of the last Dolichovespula Arenaria nest that I relocated, and this is what's left of them. So something had attacked this colony, and I'm assuming it was a skunk. I don't know what else would have done it. So unfortunately that nest has met its demise. But what I'm hoping is those are only stone's throw away from this one that I just relocated. So this one I put off the ground, so hopefully it is able to flourish there and nothing will get to it. I think just to live and learn, I guess. I guess since I put this one right in the crotch here, it was easy access for something to get to it. So what I probably should do is vacuum up these workers and release them over at the nest. But hopefully they find their way over there. I don't know if they will or not. It is kind of far for them, but sure would be nice if they could at least get a chance over there. This nest looks pretty good. I mean, there's There's quite a few in there. I just don't know if there's a ton. It's a nice sized nest. It'd be really nice to see it get bigger. And then they can start building onto this ironwood tree. So, we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching this video. This is a Dolichovespula Arenaria nest, which is an aerial nest building yellow jacket. It's not a hornet. It is not a bold-faced hornet. So this nest has been relocated from about maybe an hour from here to here. And so I'll be doing a bunch of updates on this one. Hopefully this one doesn't meet its demise like the last one did that I relocated about 4 feet over here to my right, your left. So there's quite a bit of foragers and workers left in this nest, so hopefully this one stays and is able to thrive. But yeah, so I'll keep you guys posted and keep updates coming. And otherwise, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.